Hello?
Alright, there we go.
You're frozen.
Alright, hang on.
Well, guys, so this is the urban legend stream of Maine, Vermont, and New Hampshire. Nubs will be right back.
I'm back. I don't
There
know.
you are.
My internet's being weird. But anyway, what's up, guys, and welcome back to Adventures with Nubs, Patty, Simon. But yeah, tonight we are going to talk about the urban legends of Maine, New
Yep.
Hampshire, and Vermont. But before we get to that, me and Dakota have a special adventure tomorrow. Dakota, let them know what we doing tomorrow.
So, yeah, we're going. Let me turn off my ringer. So, we are going to this abandoned house where a lady named Gracie passed away few years back, and her spirit supposedly haunts this house, and hopefully we can make contact with her tomorrow night.
Hey BFF,
And me and Rob's actually been into this house a couple weeks ago, and it had a feeling to it that I did not like. So I don't know what we'll get ourselves into tomorrow, but we will definitely find out.
Yep, it's gonna be fun, and we're excited. Hey Jen,
What's up, Angel, Denny, Patty, Simon?
but we're gonna start with Dakota on Vermont. Is that what you picked, Vermont?
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey Cassie.
go ahead and pull it up here.
But yeah, we're pretty excited. And I also got a stream tonight at, well, not a stream, but a uh but
I'm
I
here.
got two pairs tonight, one at 10 p.m. Eastern and one at 10:45 p.m. Eastern. So that's gonna be fun.
So I got tonight the top 10 urban legends from Vermont. Start off with number 10, the University of Vermont.
Ooh.
Says the University of Vermont is not only the largest higher education institution in Vermont, it has more haunted buildings than anywhere else in the state. The university has bought many former homes in the city and turned them into campus buildings. One such building is the counseling center, and people have reported seeing the ghost of Captain John Knabb, the house's former owner. He causes havoc by knocking over buckets, slamming doors and windows. The nearby public relations building was once owned by John Booth, and some think that he makes banging sounds around the building and speaks when no one else is around.
Ooh.
One of the most haunted buildings on the campus is the Bittersweet House. Multiple people have reported seeing full body apparitions, and the ghost is believed to be a Margaret Smith, who lived in solitary life in the house after becoming widowed at a young age until her death in 1961.
Oh.
Number 9, the Hartford Railroad Disaster. It was a frigid negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit on February 5th, 1887, as the Boston Montreal Express train pulled out of the White River Junction at 2:10 a.m. It crossed the White River on West Hartford Bridge when the train started to sway and the back carriage swung off the bridge. After the train fell off the tracks and tumbled to the river below, it caught fire and burned down the bridge along with the train.
Oh wow.
This disaster killed 37 people and injured 50. After the crash, a nearby barn became a makeshift trauma unit where some of the injured survivors died. The barn still stands today, and passersby have heard crying coming from the barn area. The area where the bridge stood has been known to emit the smell of burning wood. Some see the ghostly manifestation of the conductor. Others see the ghost of a young child in 19th century clothing floating above the river.
Hmm.
Number 8 is the Shelbourne Museum. Many people have visited the museum in northern Vermont, soaking in the 45 acres of historical buildings, ships, and an old farmhouse. In addition to the rare works of arts and hundreds of antique dolls,
Oh God.
people say ghostly spirits can be found wandering the grounds. One of the buildings that's part of the museum collection is the Dutton House. Built in 1782, the house moved to the Shelbourne Museum from the small town of Cavendish in 1950, and employees have experienced odd occurrences in the old fashioned colonial home. Tour guides have reported seeing an old man. Others have heard a young child crying in the shadows, and also the house is said to emit unexplained noises, but no one is there to and no one but terrified maintenance workers are there to hear them.
Nice.
Number 7 is Lake Bomacene. And West Castleton was once full of quarries and mills with immigrants from Italy, Ireland, and Eastern Europe, thriving in the busy village. But by the 1930s, West Castleton was completely abandoned and is now known as a ghost town. And not just because no one resides there, no one living, that is. Residents would travel by boat to take to their favorite pub at the other side of the lake. But one night, three friends set out and never returned. In the morning, their empty boat was found floating in the lake. Today, it is said that a ghostly rowboat can be seen moving across the lake, the oars not making ripples in the tranquil water. Yeesh. Number 6 is the Green Mountain Inn. The Green Mountain Inn is a historic hotel and haunted building. In 1840, Boots was born in the inn's servants' quarters, now room 302. His mother was a housekeeper at the inn, and his father took care of the horses. With Boots following in his father's footsteps, became a stable hand. He also became a much loved member of the community, once stopping an out of control stagecoach and saving all on board.
Hmm.
As the years passed, he developed a drinking habit and was fired from his job. He then traveled around the country and learned to dance while in jail. In 1902, he came back to visit the inn, and a young child had snuck onto the roof and was stuck there during a snowstorm. He saved the child, but wasn't so lucky himself. He slipped after the rescue and fell to his death.
Hmm.
Visitors and employees claimed to hear the sound of dancing feet coming from the roof. Number 5, the American Flatbread. American Flatbread is a favorite restaurant in Burlington, Vermont, with its wood fired and thin crust pizzas made from organic and locally farmed ingredients and its own brewed beer. But before this establishment became American Flatbread in 2004, it was a restaurant. It was Carber's restaurant, and the current manager of the restaurant says that the restaurant's first 2 years were full of creepy experiences, such as doors without locks locking mysteriously and a wreath above the fireplace flying across the room. The workers at the restaurant reported similar happenings, including a server who mysteriously got locked in a cooler. The establishment had a sordid history starting decades earlier when a young cook killed himself. Before that, from 1790 to 1820, a man named Gideon King ran the trade on Lake Champlain, and during an embargo, he built a series of tunnels to illegally transport goods underneath the building. Legend says that later during the Prohibition era, the tunnels were part of the booze trade. Strange happenings continued at the restaurant, mostly in the basement. People will refuse to go down there alone.
Hmm. I would.
Number five, or there is number five. There, sorry, number four. The Brattleboro Retreat Tower. Formerly known as the Vermont Asylum for the Insane, the retreat is still a treatment center for mental health patients. It was founded in 1834, and today there are 58 buildings on a sprawling 1,000 acres, with only 20 of the buildings being modern and the remainder built between 1838 and 1938. One abandoned and closed off building was the Retreat Tower, which was built between 1887 and 1892. Legend says that the tower was closed shortly after being built because too many patients jumped to their death. One of the most common sightings today in the tower is a ghostly figure jumping but never hitting the ground.
Interesting.
Number three is the Golden Stage Inn. One of the stagecoach stops in Vermont said to be haunted is the Gold Stage Inn, which is still in its original form since it was constructed in 1788. The popular bed and breakfast is known for more than its great meals and historical architecture. Originally, it was a stagecoach stop that may have also been an important part of the Underground Railroad at one point.
Hmm.
Although it has changed hands over the centuries and now guests come and go, some residents are there to stay. A newer section of the inn may be home to a kind-hearted and handsome ghostly spirit. He reportedly looks like Robert Redford and wanders the halls in an old-fashioned coat. Number two is the Hayden House.
I think I've
The
heard of this
old
one.
do what?
I think I've heard of this one.
The old Hayden House still stands on the outskirts of Albany, Vermont, in the Northeast Kingdom. The Hayden family is thought to have perished under the vengeful curse of William Hayden's mother-in-law, Mercy Dale. You see, Mrs. Dale tried to be a good mother-in-law and lent her daughter's husband large sums of money to go towards the family's business. Instead, Hayden Sr. squandered it away supporting his lavish lifestyle and refused to pay the money back. Things went from bad to worse when Dale suspected her son-in-law was poisoning her. Legend has it that on her deathbed in 1806, she cursed her party animal son-in-law and his family, saying that the third generation would be the last of the Hayden line. In 1854, William Hayden Jr. built a mansion that still stands today, looking the same as it did more than 150 years ago.
Mm.
He is thought to have been a party animal like his father, as plans for the building included a spring suspended dance floor on the third floor to add a little bounce to his ballroom dances. Mercy's curse from the grave came true because by 1927, the entire Hayden family had gradually died due to an assortment of illnesses. The curse was now complete. And that is going to be Vermont's urban.
Nice, nice. Well, I was looking at the urban legends of Maine, and there's 9 of them that I found, and they're pretty cool. But I'm gonna start with the number one, the Sabtooth, the Sabbatooth well descent. Hey, snow cone. According to this story, a group of teens dared a friend to be lowered into the well of Sabbatus. The well, located at the back of a cemetery, was reported to be haunted, but the young boy agreed to the challenge in order to impress the group. Sitting atop a rubber tire, the boy was lowered down into the well for many minutes before his friends could no longer see him. When they realized there was no movement at the end of the rope, the boys pulled up their friend and found him very changed. The boy's hair had turned stark white. His entire body shook and he was unable to form coherent sentences. His laughter indicated that he's gone insane, and his appearance was that of a very old man. The boy never came back to the state, and is said to randomly scream from the windows of the country mental institution where he now lives. I think we need to check out that well.
Yeah.
Hey, Elizabeth. The next one is called the Monster of Pocomo Moonshine Lake. The lake in Washington County has held stories of lake monsters for as long as Mainers in the area can remember. Some have even reported seeing the snake like being along with the trails they leave behind when they come to and leave the lake. While there are no photos of the creatures, locals estimate them to be anywhere from 30 to 60 feet long and can date back as far as 1873. Sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
Number three, it's like every other urban legend would do. There's always like a lake monster or something.
Right.
The Wood Island Lighthouse Haunting. The lighthouse on Wood Island has a few scary theories related to its haunting. In one of the lighthouse is haunted by the ghost of a fisherman, Howard Hobbs, who shot and killed his landlord, Fred Milken, in 1896. The story goes that Hobb and his roommate, William Moses, had been drinking heavily when Milken asked to speak to them about their overdue rent. Hobbs went on to shoot Milken in the chest before he turned the gun on himself inside the Wood Island lighthouse. Following the suicide, reports of moaning and unexplained shadows began to be told by keepers living in the White House. The lighthouse, not White House, sorry. In 1972, the lighthouse was removed, negating the need for any keepers to live within the haunting light. If you take a visit now, you'll see that an automated light now exists, and perhaps you'll hear Hobbs moaning on his own without even a keeper to keep him company. That's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Number four is another lighthouse, the Segan Island Lighthouse Haunting. In the mid 1800s, hey PPR, brown eye girl. Mitch, Mick, sorry, thank y'all for coming. But in the mid 1800s, the lighthouse was inhabited by a caretaker and his wife. To combat the lonely isolation of the lighthouse, the caretaker had a piano ship to keep his wife occupied. He probably should have found out her level of expertise before providing the gift, though. Unfortunately, she only knew one song and played it incessantly. Eventually, the caretaker couldn't take it no more, was married and was next he killed his wife and finally himself. Wow. Today, local authorities believe the lighthouse was a lone song coming from the lighthouse. Wow. Hmm. Number five, the Ghost Bride of Haynesville Woods. On a wooden road in the outskirts of Haynesville, a newlywed couple traveled on a dark winter night. The story tells us that the groom was drunk and lost control of the car, hitting a telephone, which killed him. After the young bride crawled for the wreckage and made her way back to the snowy road, she waited for hours for somebody to drive by to help her. However, the conditions of the night meant that nobody was traveling and the woman never received help. It is reported that she remained in the same place in her wedding gown, where she eventually froze to death. Travelers on the road have reportedly seen the woman in the white gown standing outside of Hayesville Woods. She can be seen wandering along the side of the road searching for help that never came. She even claimed to have actually spoken to the woman. In these situations, she tells the driver of her situation, but as the vehicle approaches closer, the woman suddenly disappears. Think I need to go to that road. Number six, the Fort William Henry haunting. This fort at Pemaquod Beach in Bristol is said to be haunted by the spirit of the Native American chief Taxalexis. He was killed by hanging near the fort in 1696 and is said to live in the same tree where he was hung. You may be able to see him in the form of a white orb near the entrance at the front of the fort. Number seven, the Robbie Andrews dormitory haunting. It is said that Robbie Andrews dormitory on the Gorbin campus of the University of Southern Maine is haunted. Built in 1800s, the Ruby Andrews dorm is the oldest building on campus. Within that time, there have been numerous stories of suicide and murder, many of which included spirits that have stuck around for future generations of students. In one story, a girl hung herself in the tower after learning she was pregnant. In another, a young woman falls to her death in front of a throng of people who was she pushed? Did she jump herself? It was unclear. One thing is for sure, she hasn't quite found peace as she can still be seen and heard in and around the dorm building. Dorm residents have reported hearing noises and feeling cold areas. Some people have reported seeing a woman in the tower. That sounds pretty awesome, actually, to see. Nice, nice. Maiden's Cliff haunting in Camden, number 8. In this tale, a young woman falls to her death on the rocks off of Maiden Cliff. During a blustery day, her hat flew off her head and fell through in the air. In an attempt to retrieve it, the young girl was killed. She either died at the site or was carried home where she later passed away. Her spirit is still said to haunt the area, which is marked by a white crow. And number nine. Hey, Simon. The Legend of Colonel Buck's Tomb. The founder of Portsburg, Colonel Jonathan Buck, fell in love with a woman, and she became pregnant with his son. Upon learning this, he forced her to leave, and she spent the next few years raising her son alone. Evidently, the woman came back to Colonel Buck, requesting assistance in caring for his son, which he refused. To ensure that she would not bother him again, he pronounced her a witch and had her burned. Ooh.
Hmm.
During the fire, her leg was fetched by her son, who ran away to bury it on his own as a memorial to his mother. After Buck's death, his own tomb showed signs of strain in the form of a leg. Despite attempt to remove it, the leg still remained. It is there today. Oh wow.
Now, that's a weird one.
Yeah. Oh, I got you, Spitfire. But the next one we're gonna do tonight is New Hampshire. Give me 1 second. But a lot of these sound awesome. Next week, by the way, on Dakota's channel, we are actually going to finish up with the East Coast. We got three more. I know Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. What is it?
There's two more guys. But we got two more next week.
I can't think of it. I know it's Massachusetts and oh fudge, I can't remember.
But New Hampshire has seven. I'll go ahead and read them off, and then we'll have a little open panel for people who want to come up.
Yep.
But number one on the urban legend for New Hampshire, the legend of Goody Cole. Massachusetts gets most of the attention for the witch trials, but Hampton's good wife, Indian Cole, was convicted of witchcraft in 1656. In 1670, she was released and returned to Hampton, but her neighbor accused her yet again, and she suffered through another trial. Though she was found innocent, she never forgave her neighbors who treated her like an exile and forced her to scrounge for berries to survive. Legend has it that since her death, she has been responsible for a number of Hampton tragedies, including the sinking of a ship that killed 8 people. However, the town exonerated her in 1938 and finally set up a grave marker in her honor in 1960. And since then, she has been much more of a harmless spirit. Number two, the Wood Devils. Go far enough north in New Hampshire, right up into the woods along the Canadian border, and you just might run into a wood devil. Imagine a slimmer, swifter Sasquatch, a quicker, elusive, two-legged creature about 7 feet tall, covered in light gray fur. Hmm. Number three, the Devil's Monkeys. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. Texting my mom. All right, sorry. But number three, the devil monkeys. Even scarier than the devils are the devil monkeys. Primate with dog-like noses and fierce teeth that emit a unearthly howl, fighting in the woods going back to 1950s. And in 2001, a dozen people in Danville saw this creature. Ooh. Number four, the Smarty Nose Murders. Oh. In 1873, two Norwegian immigrant women were brutally murdered with an axe on Smartyville Island. A third woman escaped to tell the tale. A man was hung for the murder. Nevertheless, doubt and altered stories have persisted over the years, blaming figures for the woman who escaped to her husband. The murder inspired Anna Antia Shivy's novel The Weight of Water. Hmm. Number five, Cocoa Mill Haunting. Cocoa Mill in Dover nearly burned to the ground in 1907, killing several workers. Since then, the buildings have been refurbished and turned into offices and apartments. But reports of ghostly activity persist, and residents have reported hearing the sound of an old mill equipment operating. Huh. Number six, Chase House, Portsmouth. Hang on a second.
All right, guys. Well, I'll continue on from here. Well, Chase House.
Thank you. Yeah, you can finish the next two.
All right, gotcha. This former orphanage is said to be haunted by the ghost of one of its unhappy wards, who in the 1800s hanged herself in the building. People still hear her screams to this day. The legend of Chakora. The story goes that the proud Indian chief Chakora befriended a white man and left his son in his care while he traveled, but when he returned, his son had died in a horrible accident. In his rage, Chakora in his rage killed the family of the white man who was not home, starting a deadly battle for revenge. The white man chased Chakora to the top of a nearby mountain, which the Indian chief threw himself off rather than give in. As he did, he uttered a powerful curse. The mountain, now known as Chakora, has seen a number of strange occurrences for which many blame the curse.
Hmm. Be careful, Spitfire.
So,
But I'm excited
oh yeah,
about next week too. Next week's gonna be a fun one. But I'm mainly excited about tomorrow.
yep.
The link is down in the chat. I'll be on for another 30 minutes if anybody wants to come up. What is up, Sinister, my brother? It done got hot up in my room, y'all. I had to cut the fan on. So how's everybody doing today? Me and Dakota, we're like stoked about tomorrow. Like,
I'm always stoked about an investigation.
oh yeah, me too. Me too. And apparently there's one by my house in the woods that Dakota seen that I have yet seen that I need to go see. We got Miss Patty. Miss Patty coming up.
Hey man, long time no see. How are you?
I've been alright. How you been?
I'm good. I'm good. I
Well,
did a investigation
Nice.
down in Connecticut, Ed and Lorraine Warren's gravesite. So I have a video coming out late tonight. So
Nice.
Yeah,
Good time.
it was great. I couldn't get over the K2 get it going off, and
Oh
like
yeah.
I was just like amazed by that. Hi, Sinister.
Yeah, I just, I've been, I have a live coming up Friday, where everybody gets to roast me. So,
Uh, roast, roast
channel.
for what? What time and where?
I'm not exactly sure. I think I have it set for like 10, but
Okay, is that tonight?
no, that's Friday.
Oh, okay.
I actually have a premiere at 10 tonight and 10:45. So I got two premieres tonight, and then I got two premieres Thursday, or one premiere Thursday. I got two premieres a week for this month
Nice.
from
Good
the
for you.
Octagon Fusion. Then we'll have more videos tomorrow with Dakota.
Nice.
I'm trying to get back to the Satanic Ritual House soon and the 1 a.m. house.
Cool.
But the
Yep.
Satanic Ritual House is my favorite.
We need to get up to that abandoned jail like quick.
That abandoned jail, and I'm gonna look up more information about that school, Dakota,
All right.
because that school, that's one of, well, I mean, I've already done a school, but it wasn't a
Have you
legit.
have you heard anything from Roanoke yet?
Nope, I called them, and apparently I called the wrong number, so I have to try to find another number.
For who?
The Roanoke Mental Hospital that's apparently broken
Yeah.
down. Well, not broken down, but abandoned. And my buddy Casey, his sister and his mom went there, and he was telling me how extremely haunted it is. Like, apparently, his sister actually had something follow them home.
Mm.
So, not saying that I'm excited about them having something follow them home,
Oh,
but
oh, come on. You're like, oh hell yeah. Let's go in and investigate. You know.
yeah. But I'm also, cause that's something that me and Dakota will definitely enjoy.
Mhm.
And then we're still waiting back on the Octagon. I mean, St. Albans.
Hey, what happened with the Octagon premiere? Like, it went dark or something like that? Like, I really can.
The Octagon
Yeah,
premiere?
a different one. Which one? Something happened with the audio or.
Oh, Dakota?
I know mine.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dakota.
yours.
I know for
Uh,
some reason my part one didn't have audio.
That would be awesome, Sinister. Yeah, his part one. Hey, garbage puppy. Who that? Call me Uncle Nubby. Who that?
yeah.
But anyways, hey, oh, that has to be one of my nieces and nephews.
Mm.
That's why we got to keep a G. Hang on, guys. I got to get my light. But yeah, like I'm really excited about mine and Dakota's adventures coming.
Mhm.
And then as soon as I can get to this house in the woods behind mine, if I can find it, that's gonna be another adventure to check out.
Yeah, I have a question. When do you guys want to come up here and come visit? I'll show you guys around.
Oh, my niece. Okay, I thought I remembered the name. Okay. Ah,
So, when do you guys want to come up to Massachusetts?
as soon as I can get
Yep.
a ride, because I would love to go visit Massachusetts. Because I'm sure you have a couple places.
We have a shit ton of stuff.
Like
We
as
have
soon
a
as
ton
we
of.
get,
I also want to take you down to Connecticut. We got a few things, bunch of places there too.
that's another one we have to do
Mhm.
next week. Dakota,
I was
Connecticut.
born amazed. I was born amazed.
I can't remember which one. I know we got three more on the East Coast. I know it's Massachusetts,
Mhm.
Connecticut, and there's one more, but I can't remember what that one more is.
Can't think of
Rhode
it.
Island.
Actually, yes.
Rhode
Yeah.
Island.
Patty's right.
We did Rhode Island already, didn't we?
No, we did Delaware.
No.
We didn't do Rhode Island.
Not yet.
Thank you, Patty.
Oh no, it was Maryland we did. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, look. Oh, yes. I have Milan done fussed at me because I've ate a bunch of the cheese balls already. But I love my cheese balls.
How's your diet, buddy?
I know I need to. Trust
Yeah,
me.
come on, man. You're
I had
skinny
McDonald's.
dude, but you know,
I had
you're like
McDonald's
me.
the
You
other
gotta watch
day.
out for the old kicker.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
McDonald's the other day and it killed me.
Ugh.
Man,
I have high cholesterol now. I have to be careful what I eat now.
on the way from Octagon, me and Dakota was hungry on the way home, and we both said anywhere but McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no.
So we went to Huddle House, and it was 150%.
I don't know why, but every time I eat McDonald's, my heartbeat goes fast, and I'm just like, I can't eat
I
it.
wish I could get Chick-fil-A every day.
Most of the time when I eat McDonald's, my blood pressure goes through the roof.
Well, that's because you eat about 50 chicken nuggets and about 3 large. No, I'm just kidding, Dakota.
I don't eat
I
that
want
much.
to kill you.
But we have to eat the 100 chicken nugget. We need to do the
I'm
McDonald's challenge.
going to do that one day.
Has anybody heard of the McDonald's challenge?
No.
One
It's like
day.
As your older sister, you are not allowed to do that. No. I forbid it.
Yep.
I will send my angels on you to go after your ass.
Oh well.
Stupid ass.
Hey, if I can deal with spirits and ghosts and sometimes with demons, I can deal with 100 McDonald's nuggets.
Oh,
Ain't that right, Dakota?
Yep.
Once y'all see the
We got to
video,
do. I
yeah,
think it's 100 nuggets in 45 minutes.
that's easy.
But yeah,
That is easy to do.
I'll fly through that.
Yeah, that's easy. For some reason I couldn't go live on Facebook tonight. It wouldn't let me, so I'm only live on YouTube.
Yeah,
But-
I couldn't go live on Facebook last night either.
Facebook, it don't matter. They don't watch anyway, so. I'll have my ball. Actually, I have some people that come in there, like my best friend Chris, his ex-girlfriend's mom. She came in one of my streams one time for like an hour and was chatting with us, and I thought that was pretty cool because she kind of helped raise me for a little while. Hang on. I'm back.
he's back.
I have high metabolism.
I don't.
So what's everybody been up to today? I really hope everybody's had a wonderful week, wonderful weekend.
I did.
Me and Milan, if y'all haven't seen that show, I'm gonna say it again. F is for Family. Milan has got me addicted to that show on Netflix. Hey,
What family? What is it?
F is for Family.
I don't know what that is.
Imagine Family Guy and The Simpsons, but more R version.
Okay.
It's great. It is great.
So
Like
it's kind of like South Park, basically.
kind of, but more
I
R
love
version of South Park. They actually show some stuff that, yeah, but it's worth it. It's funny, and we're already on season 3. She's done watched them all, but she has me watching it again.
Mhm.
I know you could. Now with Facebook, I get maybe 4 people in Facebook watching when I go live on Facebook.
Mhm.
And I have like over 2,000 friends.
Mhm.
I do too, Brown Eye Girl, Family Guy, American Dad, The Simpsons, South Park. But that show, yeah, see, Tara and T knows it. Yes, I agree. The first season is definitely the best.
I'll have to check that out.
You definitely need to. It's on Netflix. I think it's a Netflix show.
Mhm. You know what I hate though? I start watching a show on Netflix and I'm so into it, and then it's canceled. I was
Yes.
watching something. It was like the Umbrella Theory or something, and it was a really good show, and then abruptly canceled. And I'm just like, oh, damn it!
Yeah, I hate it when they cancel shows and you like True Blood. People talk
Oh,
shit
that was
about
a
that,
good
and it
one.
was a chick flick. I was just like, nah, True Blood is the shit.
No.
Like, I'll sit there and watch True Blood all day, every day. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
only season I hadn't watched of True Blood was the first season. I didn't watch the first season, but I watched all the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was watching it every Sunday night when a new season came out. Like, True Blood was great. Like,
Yeah, it's such a good show.
you like werewolves, vampires,
Mm-hmm.
fairies,
Back
shapeshifters.
when I used to drink, I used to just kick back and have a couple of beers and watch that show until I pass out.
I miss it. I do. It
Yeah.
was definitely one of my favorite shows they had. There's another good one. I can never remember the name. I actually just had a DVD case. There it is. I don't know if y'all ever seen this show. Star Hunter.
Nope.
Was it
It's
that?
definitely a cheesy kind of people freaking put it up there like Star Trek and all that. No, it ain't like Star Trek. Star Trek sucks compared to everybody's like Star Trek better than Star Wars. No, Star Trek.
No, it is
Heck
not.
no.
Now
Please,
the new Star
no.
Trek movies that they done, I like them. I do like the new movies.
I'm not a nerd. I'm
I
not a
mean,
nerd, but like I love Star Wars. It's so awesome. Star Trek, I'm like, I couldn't really get into it when I was a kid. I was just like, no.
I hate Star Wars so much.
you know what show I've been watching a lot lately?
Excuse me, you don't like Star Wars?
No, I do not like Star Wars.
I still
You're on my
hadn't
shit list
seen.
now.
I still hadn't seen the newest Star Wars movie. The older one, when Disney took over, they kind of ruined Star Wars.
Yeah. I
Star
like
Wars,
the original. The
yeah.
original.
Star Wars used to be great. Now it's okay. Like it's not awful. I've seen a lot worse TV shows and movies. Star Wars doesn't compare nothing to Marvel though. Just saying.
Mm.
DC don't
Star
compare.
Wars is better than Marvel.
Whoa,
Oh. Okay.
whoa.
Nerd fight. Let's go.
Oh god, we got trouble in the house, y'all.
Diana, you've never seen Star Wars.
I like Star Wars, Deanna. I'm a Star Wars fan. But I like the older Star Wars better before Disney took over. Because Disney ruins everything.
I ain't like Star Wars, period.
Disney ruins everything.
Disney ruins everything.
Everything.
Like, but Marvel, I'm gonna act like you didn't say that, Dakota. You're still my buddy. But Marvel rocks compared to anything.
The Battle of the Nerds.
I could watch Batman, but
Battle of the Nerds.
Marvel is better than DC, Dakota.
I don't watch DC.
Lord of the Rings is great.
Shot fired. Shot fired.
I watch Batman and that's it.
Batman's good. I like the older Batman with like Mr. Freeze and all that. All right. I like Mr. Freeze. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, y'all. Dakota, you want to go Randonautica tonight?
No, I'm good. Now,
in case
I would have to say a good Marvel movie would have to be Shazam.
I have not seen the
I loved that movie.
I'm just glad they killed Captain America and Iron Man off. Spaceballs, yes. Spaceballs is where it's at.
Never seen
You never seen Spaceball? It's making fun of Star Wars, but like it's back in like the 80s or something. It's great, dude. It's funny. You'll actually like it. Like Spaceballs is amazing. Dakota likes Batman.
I love Batman.
I like Batman until they took who did they the dude that played Ben Affleck when he took over as Batman.
Um,
He was Batman in the stupid Suicide Squad movie, which is one of the dumbest movies alive. Fight me.
I'd have to agree there.
The only good thing about Suicide Squad was the soundtrack. I hadn't seen the new Shazam. I've seen the old ones, but I hadn't seen the newest one. I want to see Joker so bad. I have not seen Joker yet. Yes, may the Schwartz be with you. I want to see the Joker so bad. Joker's one of my favorite villains, and
It's all right.
Suicide Squad straight tried to ruin Joker. Like, yeah, Suicide Squad Joker was the
I
worst.
don't
Yeah,
think anything can ruin. I think Suicide Squad has ruined everything.
I can't disagree with that at
It
all.
was the worst movie ever.
It was. It was pretty awful. It was pretty awful. And then the new one that they had with Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey.
That one was more than the first one.
I hadn't seen it, and I'm not a big fan of the Harley Quinn, to be honest with you. That's what I heard, Mike. Joker was an awesome movie. I want to see it so bad. I like awesome movies. I heard it. You have to like pay attention.
Yep.
You want to come up with classic? The Labyrinth.
The what?
The Labyrinth with David Bowie.
Oh, yes. That's a good one.
Thank God you know what that is. That's one of the best movies out there. The soundtrack, everything about that movie was great. And then The Goonies is another good one.
What?
The Goonies, man.
That is horrible.
Did you just say The Goonies was horrible?
Yes, I did because it
Oh,
was.
my
It
God.
was so stupid.
Dakota, I love you, brother.
It was stupid.
The Goonies was great.
No, it was not. It was
See?
stupid.
See, Diana knows. Hey, Dirty South, what's up, brother? How you doing, buddy? Anybody want to come up and tell us about any adventures they have, any investigations, or just anything they're doing on their channel? I know Dakota has a few stuff coming up. Human Centipede was awful,
Human Centipede was.
but nothing
I'm
compared to
back.
the movie. The Teeth. The
I'm
movie
sorry,
The Teeth
but
was the worst.
Human
Oh, what are we
Centipede-
arguing about now? The Goonies?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Human Centipede was probably one of the worst, stupidest movies out there.
Yes, that is
Oh,
one,
I will never watch that movie. Ew, ew.
that's one of the best songs on that movie.
Oh, that Human Centipede, I mean.
Have
The
you seen
Labyrinth.
the movie Rubber?
Dude, Rubber was a great movie. I don't
That
care what
was
anybody says.
Stupid.
Anything with
I've never seen that movie.
It was a
a
killer
car tire.
tire. It was like a car tire that was going around the neighborhood killing people.
Dude, it blew up a bird and straight up like started
Like
shaking.
like the stupid show movie Sharknado.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. I'm like,
Okay. In my defense, the first two Sharknadoes were okay. And then they just got stupid.
all of them are stupid.
Do you like the Goonies, Patty?
Yes, I do.
See?
Ow. It is
Yes, I do.
stupid.
I
Dakota
like
says,
the Goonies.
It is horrible.
at least you like the Labyrinth. At least you like.
I do like the Labyrinth.
See, Mike loves the movie The Rubber.
I've never
I
seen it.
thought it was stupid.
All right, since we're talking about these movies, Hobo with a Shotgun.
Oh God.
Hobo with a Shotgun was definitely a B movie, but it was great.
I don't even think I've seen him.
I've never heard of that.
Pretty much a hobo.
I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it.
A hobo has a shotgun and he kills these crooks and rapists and all of that. So he's a good person. Yes.
He's a good person.
Another
But he's
movie
homeless.
I watched the other night on YouTube that was so stupid was The Attack of
Oh
the
shit!
Killer
I
Donuts.
forgot my water.
Oh my God, Attack of the Killer haircut? Yes, that's stupid.
No. This was The Attack of the Killer Donuts.
What?
It was so stupid. They
I
had
heard of the Attack of the Killer haircut.
they had donuts shooting rockets.
Oh my God, that's gangster right there.
They was literally firing stuff out the donuts.
Yo, that's awesome. That is awesome.
They had one of the donuts carrying a shotgun and everything.
Dude, that's great. Ooh, I hadn't seen that one.
It's on YouTube for free.
Rawhead Rex. I hadn't seen that. Now, me and Milan watched a movie a couple months ago called Clinton Road. It was about Clinton Road,
Mm-hmm.
but it was stupid. Like
What did I miss?
we
Road.
huh?
What did you say?
Yo, I'm sorry, Mike. The Evil Bong was a genius movie.
Yes, that was a good one.
That it was genius.
What kind of barn are we talking? This barn or the
Yeah.
other barn?
The Bong, yeah, but it pretty much
I shouldn't
they
do
made
that.
like two
What
or three of them, and they actually all was great. But yes, the Evil Bong, Mike. You know the movie. You like the movies I'm down into. Yes, we watched that one night, me and my cousins, and we was just like, yeah.
Shut up, Diana.
What was another one? Oh man, we got all these B movies out there. Okay. Oh shoot, Hell's Highway.
Oh heck no.
You seen that movie, Dakota?
God.
Dude gets his wee bitten off by a zombie.
Oh my God.
It was great. Like Ron Jeremy, the
Yeah.
porn star, got his penis bitten off by a freaking zombie chick. It was great, funny. Another B, awful.
It was hilarious.
It was a great, awful, stupid horror movie. Like them cheesy horror movies are always the best. Another movie that deserves more credit is 13 Ghosts.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
that was a
Yes.
good movie.
Gingerbread Man.
That is a
Gingerbread
great
Man.
movie. 13 Ghosts.
Oh my
That's a
God.
great movie.
Mike, you're coming up with a great gem that I remember seeing. So nobody has seen Hobo with a Shotgun but me.
No,
Oh my God.
Yeah, I have never. I've
I don't even know what you're talking about. It sounds like a made up whatever.
But Dakota, you seen Rubber.
I remember.
Everybody was like, oh, this movie sucks. And I'm just like, how do y'all think it sucks? Like, it's a tire blowing up people's heads and all that. Like, what's so awful about that?
Stupid about a tire killing people.
It was stupid, but it was great stupid.
Oh,
It's like Napoleon Dynamite stupid. A waste of space, but it's so stupid it's great.
now I know all y'all gonna criticize me on this, but have
Yes.
y'all seen Space Jam?
Dude, Space Jam's great.
No, it is
What?
not.
I don't want to see the second one because I don't like.
I am sorry.
I'll be
Space
right
Jam
back.
is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta set up my video.
All right.
I gotta get going. I'll see you guys. Thank you for having me. See you soon.
Sorry, Space Jam is not a good movie. I don't get why so many people like it. It is not a good movie. The Stuff, I have never even heard of that one.
I'm back.
Have you heard of The Stuff?
No, I have not seen The Stuff.
I ain't even ever heard of it.
Oh yeah, and I'm not a big fan of LeBron James.
I don't think nobody is now.
He gonna ruin that movie. Oh, Patty had to go.
Yeah, she went to set up her video.
Nice. Yeah, I got my premiere in about an hour and a half. My first one. I'm excited.
How many premieres do you got?
I got two.
I think this
two a
is
week.
part 5.
The one I'm on now is part 4, and then so part 4 and part 5 tonight, and there's 11 parts. Hey, I mean it's a little serious.
A lot of premieres.
It is, but hey, rather to have a lot than not enough, you know. But everybody, tonight was fun. Hopefully, I'll see everybody at 10 p.m. Eastern. I have a premiere of the basement investigation, the third basement, where we had stuff thrown at us quite a bit.
The crazy basement.
Yeah, so be prepared for that. This ain't the first investigation we did this is the first investigation we did in the basement, but also sometime this month I have a 3 a.m. investigation we did in the basement, and let's just say I'm gonna give y'all a little
The 3 a.m. one was insane.
Hey Ariana. But yeah, let's just say my dowsing rods shocked me twice. Like legit. That's all I'm saying for now. Y'all gonna have to watch it later. But for now, Nubs and Dakota, we are out, and we will see y'all later.